Do you find yourself lagging behind in your coursework, struggling to master material and complete assignments on time? Is balancing school with other life commitments turning out to be harder than you thought? Don't worry, for today I'm here to talk to you about academic time management. After listening to these tips on time management, you will have a better idea of how to manage your time in order to succeed in your studies. Academic time management is a looping process consisting of understanding the demands on your finite time, forming a plan to structure the time available to complete school tasks, and following through with a plan to include evaluating its successes and shortcomings with a view of maintaining a realistic plan for success. As a first semester NVCC student, I found time management one of the more daunting aspects of life at college. In order to learn about time management, I browsed a wide variety of internet resources and asked a NOVA counselor as well as my STV instructor for their advice on the subject. Never forget that you are not the first person to struggle with time management, nor certainly the last. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you some time-tested advice on how to better manage your time for success in your studies. The first step towards successful time management is understanding the demands on your time. Each of your courses implies a certain time commitment, consisting of the fixed schedule of classes and the more flexible time used to study the course material and complete assignments. A common rule of thumb is that you should plan to spend 2 hours studying outside of class for every hour spent in the classroom. Academic time commitments must be balanced with other demands on your time, including paid work, family time, organizational or volunteer commitments, and the often-neglected need for personal time. Once you understand the demands on your time, forming a plan or academic schedule will help you to stay on track with your courses. Fixed schedule commitments, as their name implies, must be worked around. In the remaining hours of each day or week, schedule time for variable schedule tasks, making sure that you include buffer time for dealing with unexpected obstacles and transitioning between activities. Forming a plan is little use unless it is easily accessible for checking and updating. Buy or make a calendar or planner, or if you prefer, use a scheduling application on a smartphone, tablet, or similar portable device. Carry out your plan, but remember that it isn't written in stone. Reassess and update your plan as events change or as you find that your plan's effectiveness differs from your expectations. When your plan is successful, take note of this as a source of self-encouragement. Try to examine where its strengths lie and replicate them in activities which prove more challenging. When it is less successful than you had hoped, assess its shortcomings. Do you include sufficient time for each activity? Does the plan as a whole imply an overburdening of your time and energy? Adjust accordingly and seek out resources which can help you maximize your productivity in each activity. In short, you must first understand how much time your course load requires you to spend both inside and outside the classroom in order to balance these requirements with non-academic time commitments. Next, form and carry out a plan which satisfies these requirements. Finally, take the time to evaluate the success of your time management plan and adjust it when necessary. Again, academic time management is a looping process consisting of understanding the demands on your finite time, forming a plan to structure the time available to complete school tasks, and following through with a plan to include evaluating its successes and shortcomings with a view of maintaining a realistic plan for success. If, like me, you find time management a hurdle on your road to success, try following this advice, and once you've struck a balance with your time management plan, share your tips with others so that they can succeed. Thanks for taking the time to listen in today. I promise that it'll be a worthwhile investment.